One straw hat in this ranking will end the final war alone, and it is not the one most fans are watching. Oda has been drawing this blueprint for 25 years. Every power-up, every matchup, every hockey reveal in Wano and Egghead is a coordinate on the same map. This is not speculation. This is the ceiling built from canon, argued from chapters. Starting at 10, number 10. Usopp. Chapter 758, Dressrosa. Usopp unlocked observation hockey to snipe Sugar through a wall from a mile away without seeing her. That single moment defined his ceiling for the entire series. Usopp will never become a physical powerhouse. Oda has never written him that way and never will. His ceiling is mastering observation hockey to a surgical level, targeting key battlefield threats from distances no other crew member can reach. In the final war, Usopp does not fight admirals, he removes the pieces that make admirals dangerous. Number 9. Tony Chopper, Chapter 115. Onigashima, Chopper stabilized Monster Point for 30 minutes using Caesar Clown's modified Rumble Ball formulation. That is the ceiling in progress, not achieved yet, still burning stamina. Chopper's final war ceiling is closing that gap entirely. A permanent Monster Point with full stamina control makes him the heaviest frontline medic in the series, taking hits that would end other crew members and still pulling people off the battlefield alive. Number 8. Brook, Chapter 853, Whole Cake Island. Brook stood directly in front of Big Mom and survived, not by matching her power, by bypassing it entirely. Soul King abilities ignore homie defenses at the soul level. Brook's ceiling is the cold of the underworld itself, pulling absolute zero through his soul solid sword to freeze targets from the inside before they can react. He is the ultimate high-speed assassin. The final war will have at least one moment where Brook ends a fight before anyone else sees it start. Number 7. Nami. Chapter 1016, Onigashima. Zeus is now permanently bound to Nami's Klimatact. That is not a power-up, that is a structural change in what Nami is capable of causing. Her ceiling is wide-scale environmental destruction. Homing lightning strikes across an entire battlefield, entire fleets of Buster Call warships wiped by a single atmospheric command. Nami's final war role is not individual combat. It is changing the conditions of the war itself. Number 6, Frankie, Egghead. Chapter 1072. The arc showed us the absolute frontier of scientific weaponry. The technology Frankie has been reverse engineering since his 2 years on Baltimore with Vegapunk's research. Frankie's ceiling is a Shogun upgrade that can tank Marine Vice Admiral level attacks. Defensive plating and energy shielding built from the same foundation, Vegapunk spent decades constructing. Frankie does not need to be the strongest. He needs to be the wall that does not move. Number 5. Nico Robin. Chapter 10320. Onigashima, Tower of Orochi. Demonio Fleur, a giant demon body assembled from hundreds of limbs, crushing Black Maria in a single sustained hold. Robin's ceiling takes that form and wraps it in armament haki. Giant limbs coated in black steel, a physical brawler capable of subduing ancient Zoan users who shrug off everything else the crew can throw. Robin at her ceiling is not the scholar at the back, she is the one holding the monster still while Luffy ends it. Number 4. Jinbei, Chapter 1017, Onigashima. Fishman Karate, Demon Brick Fist, whose defense is shattered completely. Jinbei is already a finished product, a veteran pirate who has navigated wars longer than most of this crew has been alive. His ceiling is not a new technique, it is advanced ocean current manipulation on a scale that can redirect entire naval formations, turning the sea itself into a weapon against the world government fleet. Number 3. Sanji. Chapter 1034, Onigashima Ifrit Jambe, Blue Flames. Germa exoskeleton fully awakened, speed and heat combining into something that melts through defenses built for the strongest creatures in the world. Sanji's final war ceiling is invisibility at full sprint combined with Ifrit Jambe temperatures. No detection, no warning, no defense. He moves through a battlefield and the threat is already gone. Number 2. Roronoa Zoro. Chapter 1035. Onigashima, King of Hell, Conqueror's hockey coating on all 3 blades. King the Conflagration, one of Kaido's 3 disasters. Finished. Zoro's ceiling is the single most defined in the series. Wado Ichimonji and Enma both forge into permanent black blades. The same feat Ryuma achieved with Shusui, that transformation does not make Zoro stronger. It makes him immovable, a swordsman whose blades cannot be broken, whose hockey cannot be depleted, whose only direction is forward toward Dracula Mihawk. The greatest swordsman in the world, not a goal anymore, a destination with a visible road. Number 1. Monkey D. Luffy. Chapter Duntong 44. Egghead context confirmed by the 5 elders. The gum-gum fruit was never a paramecia. Mythical Zoan. Human fruit model, Nika. the most dangerous ability in the world, the one the world government spent 800 years hunting. Luffy's final war ceiling is Gear 5 with no stamina limit. The entire battlefield becomes rubber. Every attack bounces back. Every rule of physics bends to his will. He does not win the final war by being stronger. He wins it by making the concept of losing irrelevant. The counter-argument here is Elbaf. Usopp's arc on the giant island could redefine his ceiling entirely, and if Frankie gets direct access to Vegapunk's remaining technology, number 6 could move up. But Oda cemented the monster trio dynamic in chapter 420, the Enies Lobby power scaling cards. That gap has never closed in 25 years of chapters. It will not close before the final war ends. The Straw Hats do not all reach the same peak. They reach their perfect narrative peak, each one exactly strong enough for the role Oda wrote them to fill. Luffy ends the final war as a literal force of nature. His crew backs him as the most specialized unit in the series. Where do you place Sanji and Zoro against the admirals? Drop the matchup you most want to see in the comments. The Admiral breakdown, who each Straw Hat actually fights, is next.